Hey, what's going on? This is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got that video coming to you as promised. It's going to have some few simple tips and tricks you guys can hopefully use to start improving your guys' online presence. Now, I always like to start out on your guys' website. In your cases, you don't have a website, which isn't that big of a deal. It's not, it's not something that is detrimental, but it is always nice to have one, as that's going to drive, a lot of traffic your way. So I did pull up your guys' Google business profile, and obviously you guys are located in Olathe, Kansas. So we'll take a look at that. Now, what I always like to do too is pull up a Google page, and I'll type in a buyer intent keyword for, the area that you guys are in, or that you do, a lot of your work within, which is going to be Olathe, Kansas. So if I was in Olathe, Kansas, and I needed some, roofing work done, this is something or a variation, I would type into Google looking for those services, right? Roofing, Olathe, Kansas. Now, this is what we consider a buyer intent keyword. So keep that term in mind real quick. Now, what we're always going to see right off the bat are some Google guaranteed ads. So trusted, verified, and local companies that will get a lot of conversion rates from here, as we could imagine, since they're right up top getting all the exposure. Now, next, what you're going to see is the Google Map Pack. So just like your Google business profile, all these companies have one as well. Just theirs happen to be better optimized and ranking within this Google Map Pack. So these are the top three for roofing Olathe, Kansas that have Google business profiles. So Google recognizes this and tosses them up in here to get more exposure as well. So 30 to 50% of their entire traffic coming from online will be coming through just this map pack alone, okay? Because almost 90% of people are not going to be clicking on this button to view more businesses, especially when we're seeing, these two and even this one here with the amount of, good ratings and reviews. Most people are going to be sticking within these top three. Then the next thing to always be ranking well within is going to be this first homepage of Google. Now, as we can see, these first, 5 or 6 listings here are all directories. So somebody has to get through these directories to find the first organic listing of a roofing company in the Olathe, Kansas area. So that's why it's even better in this case to be within this map pack, right? Because somebody has to kind of search through here and weed through the directories and trying to find somebody's. But we have the roofing man in Overland Park, Kansas, but he's still ranking for Olathe here as your first top competitor. So I went ahead and I pulled him up so we can take a quick look at his website. So just real quick, of course, to get the maximum amount of traffic, you want to be within this map pack on the first page here organically. And then even if you wanted to on top of it, you could be putting ads out top here. But I think if you're within the map pack and first page of Google, that's not going to be necessary. But to get the maximum effect, yes, you could add or put these ads on top of you being within these listings organically as well. But okay, so we have the roofing man, his homepage here. I always like to look at homepages of websites. Main reason is there's a algorithmic kind of sweet spot when it comes to content for Google. Google likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on somebody's homepage because it gives them a great idea of what you do service-wise. And then, of course, within that content, every 150 to 200 words of that content, you should have a buyer intent keyword, like this one that I typed into Google, right? This roofing Olathe, Kansas. So those are the types of things you want on your homepage that'll get you to rank for the keywords that you have embedded within your website. Now, I went ahead and I pulled up the roofing man's website within this program that I use. So I just do a little copy and paste of their URL here. And it gives me a quick overview of everything that's going on within their website. So first I have a couple ratings from Google, and these are basically trust and power ratings for their website that Google's giving them. So the first one is a DR rating, and this is going to be for their entire website. Now these ratings are out of 100, so this is 9 out of 100 that they're getting. And then the UR in this instance is going to be their homepage. So their homepage is getting a 13 out of 100. Well, as we can tell, these are relatively low. But really, once you get into a rating that's between a 30 and 40, and you start getting higher than that, you're going to be well within the 20 percentile, sometimes even 10 percentile of websites all across the internet. So once you're within a 30 and 40, that's Google telling you, yes, you have a lot of power and trust through us, and we will definitely be ranking you for keywords that you have within your website. Okay, but you got to build this trust and power through backlinks and referring domains. Now, backlinks, the kind of the easiest way to explain both of these is, let's say, for your guys' company here, Erhard Roofing and Repairs, you guys have a Facebook page, let's say. Now, I'm sure within your Facebook page, if you guys had a website, you would have a link to your website within your Facebook page somewhere, whether it be in a post, whether it be in the description of your company, or within the ways to reach out to you guys within your Facebook page there too. And you could have multiple backlinks within that Facebook page, right? Now, all those links are what we consider backlinks from Facebook to your website. Now, Facebook would be the referring domain. Those links embedded within Facebook would be the backlinks, right? Now, the cool thing about backlinks and referring domains is some are going to be of a much higher quality than others. So it's good to always build backlinks that are of a high quality and typically of a higher relevancy to the industry that you're in. That'll build much more trust more efficiently and more effectively with Google than the opposite way, right? Of just getting any ordinary backlink that's spammy. Having your website link, on expertise, a great website to look for contractors and things like that, would be better to have your link on their website than, let's for say instance, Pizza Hut's website, because that has no relevancy. So just a nice little way to look at it there. And then keywords, of course, their website is ranking for over 300 keywords. For a website, you don't really need that many, because you want to have buyer intent keywords on your website, not just necessarily any keywords, because the traffic you want is people coming in looking for your services. So you want to nitpick the keywords that you have on your website to make sure they are of the highest quality as well. Now, as you can see with even these numbers that are fairly easy to beat out when it comes down to it in a quick time frame too, with by the time spring rolls around, you guys, if you had a website and you were implementing the correct SEO tactics and things like that, you could be bringing in 200 to 250 people a month into your website. And, even if your closing ratio is horrible at a 5%, let's say, which I'm sure it's much higher than that, that's still, let's see, that would still be, 10 to 12 people a month, or extra jobs a month that you guys can be doing, right? And that's talking big revenue when you're talking roof replacements. So this is definitely what you're missing out on if you don't have a website and you aren't driving traffic to it and building that trust within Google, having your website optimized with the correct keywords, so on and so forth. So I think for the sake of the video, trying to keep it short here, we're going to reach 9 minutes here. I definitely don't like to go over 10, but there are some nuggets in here you guys can definitely use to start implementing and driving traffic, or improving your online presence as a whole. Now, I would love some feedback if it's not too crazy of an idea, whether you found this video helpful or informative. Did it add value to your company at all? And then maybe if it didn't, no harm, no foul, let me know as well so I can start making these a different way possibly to get the information across better, and something I can improve on. And then, of course, if you guys have any questions and concerns, please feel free to reach out to me as well. And you can do all this through an email or a phone call or a text. Any of those ways are great to reach me. I do want to say I appreciate your time and thank you for taking time out of your busy day to watch this video. So yeah, I just hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you once again.